As you sit there, noticing how easily a mind can begin to wonder about how beliefs like seeds simply know how to grow, you might already start to imagine how a person who once thought about scarcity can effortlessly drift into a reality where abundance is natural. Because haven't you noticed? People who feel gratitude automatically, they see more to be grateful for. It's curious how, like a sunflower turns effortlessly towards the sun, your mind now leans naturally towards positivity. Because just like a sunflower, it doesn't need to think about turning, it just happens. You can recall moments when someone else's success sparked admiration rather than competition. And the more you admire, the more you realize success circulates, like oxygen never running out. And speaking of oxygen, did you ever notice how breathing in positivity and exhaling all limits feels like clearing space? Space where confidence naturally fills in. As this happens, some people find that old beliefs gently dissolve, like fog evaporating when morning sunlight rises. Others discover they've already been the kind of person who can celebrate small wins, noticing each time they appreciate something, it gets magnified. And the interesting thing about magnification is, even tiny lenses can expand reality, just like the microscope reveals entire worlds invisible before. Your unconscious mind can zoom in on the belief that there's enough success, happiness and love for me and for everyone. Then you begin to wonder what life feels like when possibility multiplies effortlessly. You might recall times you shifted focus from a problem into a solution, and how that shift made everything easier. Like flipping a coin in the air, heads or tails, both sides, they're still part of the same coin. In the same way, failure is feedback, and feedback is growth, and growth is mastery, and mastery, that's freedom. Some people realize when you let go of resentment, like setting down a heavy backpack, suddenly you move faster, lighter, freer. And the fascinating thing is, every time you practice forgiving and admiring, you strengthen the muscle you didn't even know you were exercising. And the stronger that muscle of appreciation, the easier it becomes to attract opportunities. Because if you notice, optimism opens doors that doubt never even knocks on. So maybe now, as you think about the people you admire, those who radiate joy, and wonder, how did they get that way? Maybe they simply visualized abundance so vividly that the line between imagination and reality disappeared. Just like a vivid dream that feels real. When you imagine success deeply, your body responds as if it's already true. You feel lighter, you smile more, you stand taller. And because your state controls your reality, you know identity, it settles in like a familiar rhythm. Like a musician loses themselves in a song. And by the time the music fades, they realize they played perfectly without trying. You too can let go of trying and allow natural confidence to guide you. And because you've already learned self-approval, it's all that matters. And your presence is a gift, and authenticity is magnetic. It becomes obvious that others mirror your energy. Meaning every time you radiate genuine positivity, they respond with connection, admiration and joy. Like a candle lighting others' candles, your light doesn't diminish, it spreads. And spreading that joy reminds you of times you laugh freely, with no agenda, no filter, because humour is connection, and playfulness creates attraction, and mystery keeps people curious. Curious the way your mind is now. And if you think about it, how momentum is more important than perfection, how action creates clarity, and how potential is limitless. And resilience is a skill you've already begun strengthening. Then of course it makes sense that you're already someone who celebrates others, who visualizes success, who lets go of envy effortlessly. Because letting go is as easy as exhaling. Like a wave that returns to the shore and returns again, the rhythm of gratitude comes naturally, daily, effortlessly. You wake up each day noticing small wins, appreciating simple joys, feeling good about what's here, and excited about what's coming. Because you understand now that energy is magnetic, and love multiplies when given freely, and detachment attracts more naturally. And by the time you've effortlessly embodied all this, you'd hardly remember how it was to think any other way. Isn't it fascinating how people who trust the process, they always seem to get lucky? Perhaps luck is simply the universe rewarding boldness. And because you've already started installing these patterns, celebrating success, appreciating daily, visualizing abundance, letting go of resentment, acting boldly, staying playful, being self-approved, and radiating certainty, you're discovering what it feels like to simply be the person who naturally attracts joy, abundance, and deep connection. And the more you notice it happening, the faster it happens. And the faster it happens, the deeper it installs. And the deeper it installs, the easier it flows. Because this is now your operating system, the default setting, the natural rhythm. Positivity and abundance, breathing in and out, effortlessly.